All right, what's going on, everybody? Isaac Fleischer here, and welcome to another iHoopsFL interview. Now, before we begin, make sure you guys follow me on Instagram at iHoopsFL. I post all these interviews that I do, whether it's on YouTube or in person. I post all the highlights and all the best clips from them on my Instagram, iHoopsFL. And for you guys, maybe want to see any of the other work that I've done around the world of basketball. I've also written articles for a company down here in South Florida, along with some recent recruitment if I've been putting up about some of these guys that I've talked to in these interviews. You can find all that on my Twitter at iHoopsRecruits. But anyways, enough about me. Let me bring on our guest right now. What's going on, my guy? How you been?
What's up, my man? How you been? Been pretty good.
Yeah, I'm doing pretty well, man. Thanks for asking. Well, anyways, let's get right into this interview. So I see, you're repping the New Hampton, gear right now. So just what's it like, playing at New Hampton?
It's great playing at New Hampton. I got a coach that I think really trusts me. Someone that I could trust. So it's really good. You could, pretty much, they give you put in work, they'll reward you with, helping you with college recruiting, helping you with pretty much anything you need in life. So it's more of like something that like in New Hampton we really like talk about like trust and stuff, and that's really what I abide by.
And you touched on New Hampton helping you with college recruiting, all that stuff. What sorts of things have they done for you in your recruitment process?
I know Coach Gail and a lot of coaches have, reached out to Gail. Gail always tells them, he tells us he has to tell them the truth, but he also, talks good about us, tells them what they want to hear, but also, helps them with, getting a great conception of the kid. So I feel like Gail is a really good coach and helps us a lot with recruiting.
For sure. And didn't you say like trust is a big factor or something like that with why you like school?
Definitely.
Can you add on that a little bit more? Like, how does trust kind of play a part in why you like New Hampton so much?
Trust is something. It's just big overall because if you can't trust a coach or you can't trust a player, everything has to do with trust. So I feel like that's going to play a part in my college decision and also plays a part at my time in New Hampton.
Definitely. And I'm wondering, I know, so New Hampton's in New Hampshire, but then you're from, you told me you're from Boston, right?
Yeah, I'm from Boston. So it's about 2 hours away from home, but I stay up here. I dorm. I stay in a dorm with almost half my basketball team. So it's pretty fun, but yeah.
And you said they almost have their basketball team, like, so does that mean the other half is from the area?
No, it has nothing to do with that. They just split it up it's basically random, but they split it up based on like your sport or something like that.
Yeah. And have you been going to New Hampton for would that be all 2 years of high school so far?
No. I went to a junior boarding school my freshman year. It's called Fezenden. That prepared me well for this because I also boarded there too, 5 days. So I went home on the weekends, but it prepared me well for this and being, pretty far away from home. So.
And what is like, boarding, going to, a boarding school instead of going to school and then coming home? And do you think that maybe makes school a little bit more fun?
Yeah. You do have your fun moments, but you also do, miss home, miss your family, miss your close friends. So I feel like, in the end, it's all going to be for a good cause. You know what I mean?
Definitely. And just talk about like just what's it like, living from home and instead of coming home to your family, you're coming home to, a bunch of your teammates or hopefully, a bunch of people that you like somewhat at least.
Mm-hmm, definitely. So what's that like? When you think about it, you're out here for, maybe 2-3 months at a time. So when you just go every day, having a good mindset of like this is all going to pay off in the end. It really flies by, truthfully. Like I know my time here, of course I get homesick, but when you think about what you're getting out of, New Hampton and a school like New Hampton, it pretty much, easy.
And I go to sleepaway camp for the summer, so it's probably like 3.5 weeks away from home. So I never gotten homesick before, but I want to know, since you kind of mentioned it, like how do you kind of deal with being homesick?
I just stay in the gym, try to stay in close contact with my family members, FaceTime my mom, FaceTime my dad, just stay, close, talk to them, tell them you love them, pretty much just have the mindset of, you're getting better out here. So that's the real.
Definitely. And I have no clue. I've never even, gone to Boston where you're from, and I probably will never ever go to New Hampshire my whole life. Just what's it like over there?
New Hampshire has a lot of nice scenery. I love the scenery in New Hampshire. Me and the team, just the whole school in general, we always go on a lot of hikes and stuff, be able to enjoy the outdoors. The outdoors is absolutely beautiful, lots of mountains. And every year we actually have every year at the beginning of the season, we have a hike we do. We hike up Riverville Valley mountain, and that mountain's crazy, the craziest mountain I've ever been on. But it's pretty fun, just enjoying the outdoors with the guys, your coaching staff, your friends. So it's pretty nice.
And I guess, it's just all outdoors pretty much. There's no city really.
Not really. I mean, Tilton, New Hampshire is about 15, 20 minutes away. That's not really the city, but you got the outlets and stuff like that there. So I feel like it's more outdoor than anything. Yeah.
And when it comes time for you to pick maybe where you want to go to school, are you maybe trying to look for a school with a lot more nature like incorporated into it?
That really doesn't have a take on my decision, but I feel like what I'll be looking for in a school is definitely, as I brought up before, trust, and a school that will take me in, show me the way, and just help me get to that next level, which is the NBA.
And going into your junior year now, what are your goals and expectations for the season?
My expectations for the season. Well, one of my goals is, to keep. Last year we won the ring against the AAA knapsack championship against a really good team, Brewster Academy, and I feel like at the beginning of that season, a lot of people doubted us because we didn't have all the Highmajor kids that a lot of people, had and stuff like that. But we had kids that wanted to win and trusted in their coach, and I feel like that helped us throughout the whole season. We overcame a really pretty bad drought. We lost 6 games in a row, and that was just really, hurting us. And our coach talked to us and told us, like, this is just a bump in the road. You're going to overcome this. So he explained that to us, and we listened to them. We trusted him, and, we ended up winning the knapsack AAA championship.
And something said from that, you were like, yeah, we didn't really have too many Highmajor kids. Yeah. But you are, one of those Highmajor kids on your team. What's it like, knowing, I'm one of the top dogs on this team competing in a tough conference or league? Like, what's that feeling like?
It's a great feeling. But it also is like, like last year I was coming in as a sophomore, so it was more of like, you're going to learn from the older guys because they do have experience on you, but you can also show that you know what you're doing too. So for me last year, it was a great learning experience. I learned from great guys like Jamil Telefort, Matt Becker, older guys that showed me the way during practice, told me what I need to work on and off the court.
And I know there's a prep team too. Do they play with you guys, or is it 2 separate teams?
It's 2 separate. It's 2 separate teams. So there's like a prep team that's like the team that just plays schools like around here and stuff like that. There's like us that plays nationally, stuff like that.
Oh, so it's not like the prep team is guys that could be in college right now, and then you guys are all guys that are still in high school. It's that the prep team plays like local teams and you guys are national.
Yeah, because we're a post grad team also. So
that's what I meant. Like, are there post grad guys on your team?
Yep, on my team. Yeah, yes, there is.
Okay, so I guess that was probably like those guys are probably huge. Those like some of the guys we were talking about. Like,
yeah,
sophomore, then you got post grad guys who were technically freshmen in college. Like,
Yeah, so basically, like that was, that helped me, So these guys are a lot more mature than me, a lot older than me, so they like showed me the way, and it was nice because like I've never really had that. I've always been like, like you said, the top dog. So
And I guess like how I'm sure this year, it's going to be completely different for you. But I guess last year, like, how did it feel since you said before you were usually, the top guy wherever you're playing basketball? Just how did that feel? You not, being that anymore.
Um, you know, also, I've had some, confidence issues like, like last year I wasn't really, like the biggest out there or, not the most explosive out there. So, you find ways to, work with what you got. So I feel like with me not being that top dog, I've developed more skill because I've had to do different things, I can't always go up and dunk. I gotta, use the rim to finish on the other side and stuff like that. So, not being the top dog definitely helped me. And I feel like it helped me, this year I could definitely see the improvements.
And you said, I'm kind of like I didn't really have too much confidence, but I'm thinking like if I don't have too much confidence, like why would I want to be the top dog? Like that's pretty much, the perfect scenario to, pick up offers and not, how to do too much on the court. So was that all like kind of nice for you in a way? How, you didn't really need to worry about having the ball in your hands too much and you were just able to, adapt to your role and succeed in it.
Yeah, that was more of, the case. I had a role last year and I just said, you know what, I'm going to do my role to the best of my ability. So I feel like that's really what helped me, just realize like that there's different roles and, I just had to go with what my role was to help us
So
win.
my fault. Well, I
Nope,
guess like you finished anyways, but I guess like you would agree that pretty much I guess that was maybe the perfect adjustment to coming to New Hampton almost, right?
definitely. Yep.
Yeah, that sounds super cool. And something you said, a few questions ago about your little your 6 game losing streak. Just when you guys were going through that, not when it ended, when you were going through that, just how were you able to just handle all that? I'm sure there was a lot of pressure. Like we gotta win at some point soon. Like how are you all able to handle that? And that was your first year at the school as well.
Yeah, so that was my first year at the school. So I came in with a couple well, yeah, pretty good amount of post grads, and we've all were just we all were mad at ourselves and blaming ourselves, but then we all just came together and we talked about it. I remember we all said we were gonna hang out for the whole night, so we all just went out, just relaxed off the court, got to know each other off the court. And it actually translated to the court. So we actually started winning games, started building more chemistry. And I think that's what gave us the push to, go all the way to the championship.
Oh, so when in your season did that 6 game losing streak happen? Was it in the
It was
beginning?
it was like in the middle of our season.
Oh, okay. And just talk about a little bit more because I was talking to some guy who he's only known this guy for the summer, but he said like, yeah, our chemistry on the basketball court is like crazy. I'm like, oh, so you guys hang out together a lot off the court? And he's like, no, we just like have played a lot together.
Mm.
Probably and we trained a ton before our first game. We kind of knew everything about ourselves, but he couldn't really give me a clear answer like in terms of how off court chemistry affects like on the court. Since you're obviously not playing basketball off the court, like it's off the court, so how does off court chemistry affect how you guys play on the court?
I think, it just, when people on different levels, I feel like you can do anything with that person. You start to build some type of trust and, people just go off of that trust. So I feel like that's what really helped us, give that push straight to the championship because we learned about each other off the court and it translated trust and, making trust in your teammates and, that gave us that extra push.
And would you say that when that broke the 6 game losing streak, was that maybe one of like your best wins of your career?
I would definitely say that. I would actually probably second best win. Best win was definitely the championship game against Brewster.
And knocking off a team like Brewster, is how did that feel? Because even before I started doing this interviewing stuff, like I've heard of Brewster, from YouTube and
Yeah.
all the hype they all get. New Hampton, not so much. So how did it kind of feel, knocking off a team like that in your first year at the school?
It felt good just because, they're big, a big school, big team, and everyone, looks towards them and, gives them all the hype and stuff. But it also felt good because like I did it with a group of people that, I call my brothers, and it just goes back to where like you can really like trust your teammates, and you can really just show that you can really do anything with anyone if y'all just build trust and, chemistry.
Yeah, it does sound awesome. I don't know. Did I ask you what your goals and expectations were for the season or not? I completely forgot.
Yeah, you did, but it wasn't. Yeah, I think you asked.
Yeah. I mean, I completely forgot. I don't know why. I'm like a little bit of a brain fart. And anyways, let's keep going on in the interview. So you saw you're playing in a basketball run. I don't even know if it was multiple times or not, but you at least got a few probably scrimmages in with some of Massachusetts best, including guys like DeSante Bowen and TJ Power, and even yourself. So what's like competing against all those guys, all those top guys from your area?
You meant, it was great. It was great because, you're playing against, this was during a little bit after quarantine. So, for me, it was just good to, get back out on the court and hoop against some guys that are of talent, that are, good competition. So I feel like, it was just a great overall event. KJ, not KJ, KB, he's a great guy. He tries to keep us together. He always tries to have runs with us. So I think it was just a pretty good event overall.
And like, who is that guy like KB exactly? So you want to like a travel coach, or who is he exactly?
Butler, he plays. He plays, but he also has like a training business, summer events. He hosts summer events, and he does training business. He has a training business too.
Okay, wait. Oh, does he play like in college?
Yes, he does. Yep.
Okay, D1 or a different school?
It's not D1, but it's a good basketball.
Yeah. Of course. I mean, it's hard to even get JUCO, like all those guys are good.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
I was wondering, like, it's like this famous guy that's been trading this whole time.
No.
And I saw something. Would you consider yourself the best player in that New England area, and why?
I mean, yes, because I feel like I bring a lot more to the table than a lot of people see. I feel like I bring leadership. I feel like this year I really have to step up and be a leader. I feel like, I just bring a lot of, I think I do a lot more than people see, just because based off of, I feel like the hype I kind of have, I feel like I help find my teammates. I help them off the court, help them on the court. So I feel like I feel like I have a pretty big role overall.
And in terms of, so you said, I guess, like last year again, like I guess it was too big of a leadership year for you in a way, but now this year, you have to do a lot more, at least,
Yeah,
from the leadership side of everything.
yeah. I feel like this year I have to show I'm a leader a lot more than last year. I was really a role player last year. I didn't have such a big role last year, so I feel like this year I have to really step up and show that I could be a leader.
And I'm not sure if you even got any fall league games or anything like that, but just in terms of just coming to a season now, we're going to need to be almost like a completely different person. Be a big time leader on your team from the year before, where you're kind of like not doing as much leadership. Like I remember this one kid on my basketball team at my school, like the year before, whatever, like freshmen's, we're just kind of doing whatever we need to do, and all of a sudden, like we come back and the kids like talking every single day, like whatever, those stuff. Like it was just like so random, almost, just the year difference. How is that kind of leadership change shift able to work? I guess like where it's so dramatic. Like the year before, you're just kind of going along with everything, and then all of a sudden, so the guys graduating now, you're like telling everybody what to do all of a sudden, like a day's difference.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like it's a lot, but I feel like I'm ready to take on the role, and it actually is kind of crazy because you go from not being top dog to having to be that leader, be that guy that I wasn't last year. So I feel like it's pretty easy, but you just got to learn. I just want to learn how to be a better leader. Anyone could get better at whatever they do. So.
And how was making that adjustment from not being a leader to now having to be the leader that you are?
How was it? It was, it was pretty good. I feel like it was pretty fluent. I feel like I did it pretty quick just because I've learned from, guys like Jamil Telefort, Matt Becker, those type of guys, Christian Davis. So I feel like all of them really taught me how to be this leader. So I feel like it will carry over pretty, pretty easy.
Definitely. And what has the recruitment process been like?
It's been pretty good overall. June 15th, ever since June 15th, it's been pretty good. Um, I'm still it's still hard because of COVID and stuff like that. Everything with the NCAA is crazy right now. So, um, it's been okay. It hasn't been, I haven't really blown up yet, but it's been pretty good.
And it seems like you're almost taking a little more humbler approach than most people. Like, some guys are, just dying to have the amount of attention you have, but you're kind of saying, like, I haven't like blown up yet, or anything like that. So how, like, are you kind of all disappointed in a way with how it's kind of turned out so far, or?
I wouldn't say disappointed. I feel like this just, makes me want to work harder. You know what I mean? So I feel like it just makes you want to work harder. Just makes my motto is just head down, stay in the gym, and just keep working. That's always what my coach told me. So that's just what I've been doing, and we'll see what happens.
For sure. And since you said, because of the whole virus, everything like that, I guess you were affected in a way. Just like, how were you able to deal with that? Deal with that. Maybe even knowing, like, if none of this disease ever happened, the results could have been completely different today. Like, how are you able to deal with that, knowing, like you could be pretty much living like a completely different life right now than if wait, you'd be living a completely different life right now if the virus never happened.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of at the point where it happened. You just got to make the best of your situation. So I know a lot of people are bummed out about not being able to go and visit schools, go on visits, play AAU. So there's a lot of stuff going on, but you got to think about it like this: like other people are fighting for their lives or fighting for their jobs. So make the best of it. We just didn't have an AAU season, or we just didn't weren't able to visit colleges. So I feel like you just gotta take at it as make the best as what you got.
Definitely. And you're saying I'm at the point now where I guess I'm not too bummed out about it, but was there a point when you were, I guess extremely down about how everything's just turned out so far, at least in terms of how the summer recruiting have gone, and how were you able to put up with all those emotions?
For me, yeah, I was pretty bummed out about it, but I just, just thought about it like, there's nothing you could really do. Just stay in the gym. So all summer I just been working out 3 times a day, doing lifting, going to my trainer and then shooting on the gun at nights. So I just felt like this summer I used the summer just to, get better, work on a lot of reads, work on, shooting. So I feel like, the summer was good overall. And also I had, summer runs, summer events to go to. So it wasn't too bad overall.
And I saw you received, I think, your first couple of offers over a year ago from UMass and Rhode Island, I think it was.
Yeah.
So were you guys all kind of relieved? Because, a lot of guys are probably so anxious for, June 15th to come so you could pick up that first offer and then kind of get that out of the way. Were you maybe like not as anxious for that date just because you knew, like, I already got 2 offers already, so I don't really need it as much?
No, actually I was the day before June 14th, I was actually really excited. I was like telling my mom like tomorrow's the day. Like actually June 15th was a really big day because I finally get to, see what, who's been interested, and they get to text me, have a conversation with coaches. So I feel like June 15th was a really special day, a really big day, although I had those offers, great offers. Just, you just want to see, where's all this work's been, like, what is this going to do for you?
Yeah, so I guess did you not know all the schools that were interested in you? Like, you no clue, who was pretty much talking about you behind your back in a way?
Yeah, really, I didn't know at all. Yeah.
Yeah, like was that all kind of were there any schools maybe you were surprised like whoa this school was interested in me this whole time? Like did you have any I guess surprise schools?
Not really, cause I kind of know that I've been working pretty hard, so I was kind of more of like like wow, like I mean yeah, I would say a couple of schools I was like wow they're interested in me, and I just thought of all the guys that came out of there and stuff.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. And on that June 15th date, like so you spent the whole time on your phone just talking to coaches.
Actually, I remember I woke up. I woke up around 7:30 because I had a workout at 8:30. So I was up and I was heading to my workout, and I was just looking at my phone, kept scrolling, refreshing, and stuff like that. So I was just trying to see all the coaches that were reaching out to me.
Uh, wait, well, like how are you able to? Were they not like texting you or something like that? Because why would you like refresh your phone if it's like text
Oh
messages?
no, 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 no. Some of the, like most of them were texting me, but you know how like they when they start to recruit you, they start following you on social medias and stuff like
Oh
that.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I
So
was
your phone pretty much like blew up that whole day.
yeah, pretty much, yeah. It was
And
nice.
then and like what about the day after? Was it what this June 15th? Your phone's like about to explode, and then all of a sudden June 16th, it's just like back to
Yeah,
normal.
yeah. I mean, June 16th. I would say that whole week. They kept reaching out to you, just because all the kids. Imagine all the kids they had to call that day. So pretty much, that whole week they just flooded your phone, got calls from everywhere. You know what I mean? So it's a nice feeling because it's just like you've worked so hard for something and you're finally seeing what you're getting out of this hard work.
Yeah, definitely. That does sound awesome. And which schools have been reaching out to you the most out of the ones that have offered you?
Rutgers, Temple, um, Texas, University of Texas, Georgia, and Purdue.
All right, and I forgot. Wait, is Rutgers? I'm just wondering. Is Rutgers in New Jersey or is that in Indiana?
It's in New Jersey. Yep.
Okay, okay, okay. All right. And what about out of the schools that have just shown interest in you? Do you have any idea maybe which schools you're expecting to be getting offers from anytime soon?
I have no clue. Yep. No
Uh, what about like just an interest in general? Like which schools are going to be showing you the heaviest interest or most recent interest?
clue. Let's see. Rutgers.
No, Rutgers offers. That wouldn't be interest.
Oh, you said interest. You said
Yeah,
interest.
yeah. So schools that haven't offered you.
I would say University of Texas, University of Georgia, Purdue, um, Temple. Yeah, that's about it.
I mean, those are some great schools for sure. But we finally made it to the end of the interview, and my final question for you is: what do you want to be remembered as by the time you graduate high school?
Um, let's see. Something I want to be. I would say I would want to be remembered as a kid that always worked hard, and as soon as he got on the floor, on the court, it was game time. So he was the kid that wanted just to kill everyone, wanted to be the best on the floor. So I feel like I just want to be known as like a dog, someone that wants to go out on the floor and compete every night.
And just because you said it a little bit, I mean, you seem like a nice guy that wouldn't hurt anybody off the court. But I said like on the court, I'm just gonna try to kill. How do you build up that mentality where you want to just destroy the guy in front of you?
I think it's just got to be something built in you. You just got to have, you got to flip the switch. So when you go out on that floor, it's just game time. So I feel like for me, I like to have fun with my friends off the court, have fun with my friends, and stuff like that. But I feel like when I'm on the court, it's game time. You got to flip the switch.
And when you say on the court, like, does that literally mean anytime you're on the court, or like,
Yeah,
when they're
that
during
means
practice,
anytime,
or
anytime I'm on the court. That could be a workout. That could be playing one on one against my friends. That could be anything, 5-on-5, anything.
so if you're doing a one-on-one against your friend, like you're not gonna take it lightly or anything like that.
Nope, gotta gotta kill everyone. Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Like, what if it's like the funniest guy? Like, what if it's like flight, like you're 1v1, and you wouldn't? Like you be like I'm gonna kill him like that. That's gotta be your mentality.
Yeah. It's gotta be my mentality. Gotta be.
Man, that's just unbelievable. Yeah, I don't even watch him. Like I just know he's funny. I don't have the time to watch him. But wait, do you watch him or no?
Do I watch
Flight.
Oh, Flight Reacts. Yeah, I watch him sometimes. I've watched him play against Mikey. That was probably the best game I've seen. But no, I see him on YouTube once in a while. I watch him once in a while.
Yeah, I don't know. The only reason why I asked this is because I every time on YouTube now, like I've only watched one like the video against Mikey, and it wasn't like I didn't even watch the whole thing. It was boring. But I know you posted some video like it's keeping my recommended. Like I'm not gonna watch it because I don't really care. But I just want to like know. Do you know what it is? It's like
no, I actually haven't seen it yet. No.
Okay, I don't know. It's been like in my recommended forever. I don't even watch them, so I thought it was gonna be something like huge.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't heard anything. So.
Well, anyways, now before we end the show, is there anything you want to plug or anybody you want to shout out?
Not really. No.
All right, man. Sounds good. Well, anyways, make sure you guys give us a follow on Instagram at __ Kyle Hicks at iHoopsFL. Now, anyways, for New Hampton 2022 point guard Kyle Hicks, I'm Isaac Fleischer, and this has been another iHoopsFL interview. Peace out, guys.